Hello everyone, welcome to the online class. Myself Beryl with Monisha, working as temporary assistant professor in Government College of Engineering, Tirunelveli. Through this video, we are going to learn about think sweep techniques. Think sweep technique involve systematically scanning a range of IP addresses within a network to identify active hosts. The technique gets its name from the ping command, which is used to send ICMP echo requests to specific IP addresses and receive ICMP replies from the corresponding host. The simplest, although not necessarily the most accurate, way to determine whether systems are live is to perform a ping sweep of the IP address range. All the systems that respond with a ping reply are considered live on the network. ICMP scanning, which is an Internet Control Message Protocol scanning, is the process of sending an ICMP request or ping to all hosts on the network to determine which ones are up and responding to pings. For instance, you could use detect any unauthorized devices on your network or make sure the IP addresses on your network match up to your records. Ping sweeps are also useful for auditing purposes. Ping sweeps are more complex than single pings, but they were also slower and may require more advanced ping sweep software with specialized capabilities to get the most out of them. An enterprise-grade ping sweep tool can help network administrators debug and avoid common pain points. Detecting ping sweep techniques can be challenging as they are often used as a means of network reconnaissance and are designed to be subtle. Next, these are the steps involved in ping sweep technique. The first one is IP address range selection. Second one, Internet Control Message Protocol echo request. And third one, response analysis. Fourth one, active host identification. And last one, results presentation. In IP address range selection, the range of IP addresses to be scanned is chosen. This range can be specified as a single IP address, a subset, or a range of IP address. Then second one, ICMP echo request. In that, ICMP echo request or pings are sent to each IP address within the selected range. The ICMP echo request is a message that is sent to a specific IP address requesting a response. Next one, response analysis. In response analysis, after sending the Internet Control Message Protocol echo request, the sender waits for responses from the host if a host is active and reachable. It will respond with an ICMP reply. The responses received are analyzed to identify active host. The next one, active host identification. The ICMP echo replies are examined to determine which IP addresses are responsive. Active hosts are identified based on the presence of ICMP echo replies within a specified time frame. Then last one is result presentation. The results of the ping sweep are typically presented as a list of IP addresses that responded to the ICMP echo request. This information helps in identifying live hosts on the network. Then most hacking tools include ping sweep option, which essentially means performing an ICMP request to every host on the network. One considerable problem with this method is that personal firewall software and network-based firewalls can block a system from responding to ping sweeps. Another problem is that the computer must be on to be scanned. Most hacking tools, including a ping sweep option, which essentially means performing an ICMP request to every host on the network. One considerable problem with this method is that personal firewall software and network-based firewalls can block a system from responding to ping sweep, and another problem is that the computer must be on to be scanned. Then ping sweep techniques are commonly used for network reconnaissance purposes. They provide valuable information about the network's topology, the presence of active hosts, and can assist in identifying potential targets for further analysis or potential security risks. However, it's important to note that ping sweep can also be utilized by malicious actors as means of mapping network resources for potential attacks. Therefore, monitoring and detecting ping sweep activity crucial for maintaining network security. Pinger, Friendly Pinger, and WS Ping Pro are all the tools that perform Internet Control Message Protocol queries. Then PingSweep have the same three major use cases as single pings in discovery, monitoring, and troubleshooting. Here are a few examples of PingSweep commands that we can use. It involves sending ICMP echo requests to a range of IP addresses and analyzing the responses to determine which hosts are online. Here are a few examples of ping sweep commands that can be used. So first command, this command will ping IP address ranging from 192.168.1.12 in the Windows command prompt. This command will ping IP address ranging from in Linux terminal, and the next command uses the Nmap network scanning tool to perform a ping sweep on the IP address, which ranges from 192.168.1.0. Then the IP address range used in these examples is just an example. You can modify the commands to suit your network configurations and the range of IP addresses you want to scan. Additionally, the ping sweep may be subject to network restrictions and may not work in all environments. These commands will send an ICMP request to each IP address in the specified range and wait for a response. Active IP addresses that respond to a ping request indicate that the host is online and reachable on the network. Next, however, there are few indicators that can help in identifying ping sweep. First one is increased ICMP traffic and sequential IP address access. Next, regular and consistent timing, short interval between requests, and the last one is unusually high ICMP echo reply rate. Then an increased ICMP traffic, ping sweep involves sending ICMP echo requests to multiple IP addresses. Therefore, a sudden increase in ICMP traffic, particularly from a single source, can be an identification of a ping sweep. Next, in sequential IP address access, ping sweep typically involve scanning a range of IP addresses sequentially. If you notice a pattern of sequential IP address access, especially if it covers a large number of hosts, it could indicate a ping sweep. Then next, in regular and consistent timing, ping sweeps are often automated and the timing of ICMP requests may be consistent. If you observe a regular pattern of ICMP requests originating from a single source, it could be a sign of ping sweep. Next, short interval between requests. In that, a ping sweep involves sending ICMP requests to multiple IP addresses within a short time frame. If a rapid succession of ICMP requests from a single source with very short intervals between them, it could be indicative of a ping sweep. Then finally, unusually high ICMP echo reply rate. In that, when a ping sweep is conducted, active host responds with ICMP echo replies. Monitoring the ICMP reply rate can help identify a ping sweep. A sudden and significant increase in ICMP echo reply rate could indicate a ping sweep in progress. To detect ping sweep, it is recommended to employ network monitoring and intrusion detection systems. These systems can analyze network traffic, identify patterns, and raise alerts if suspicious activity such as a ping sweep is detected. Regularly receiving logs and analyzing network traffic patterns can also help in detecting ping sweep techniques. That's all about a ping sweep techniques. Thank you for hearing the lecture.